like I was saying, even though we're gonna start with the very beginning. We're gonna go through everything. We're gonna nail down everything to make sure you know. All right. So the first thing first, when it comes down to PvP, is you need to have a proper build. You have to have a build that works perfectly for what you're doing. My build is set up as a hybrid. I'm a hybrid build between a bloodied and junkies. But when I'm low health, I'm bloodied. When I'm high health, junkies. So since you're those and those who are watching as well, if you're a commando, if you're running lasers like you Panda and stuff like that, you need to have your perception fully maxed out. I will screenshot my build and send it to you. Everything but the charisma you'll need. The charisma you can have it set up. Alright. So I'll go over each and every one. Now I'm actually currently changing my build up a bit because I'm gonna start removing my charisma and add it to my strength so I can add in a new no, it's endurance, my bad. So I can add in a special little perk that it's gonna help me tank Teslas even more than I already do. Which I'm adding ironclad level 3, so it's going to gain 30 damage resistance and stuff like that. I would do max, but I currently need what I have in my strength. So your build is number one thing. So you can go through any other build you want. I can tell you the top two meta builds are Bloody and Junkies. Now, you don't, in intelligence, you also kind of need demolition expert, but I didn't have enough intelligence to hold because I'm running with 20k of almost every energy ammo, so I need batteries included. But what you'll need the most is basically demolition expert. You don't have to have it fully maxed out, you just need to have it at 3. Because when you have it at 3, your laser rifle is going to do more damage than it already does. So, for example, my Dragon's Breath is doing 235, and then once I remove it, it's going to go down to 100 and something. Okay, for some reason mine didn't change, which is odd. I'm
pretty sure it doesn't change the card damage, I don't know.
It does. It does. It went up and then back down. Yeah, okay, my thing is broken once again. I don't know how I keep breaking it. Okay, so I'm doing an ungodly amount of damage with my handmade. There we go. Okay, I fixed it. I had to stem back up. I'm not doing 174. I was doing 235 when I put on Demolition Expert. Now I'm doing 174 when I removed it. Now, so like I said, your build is your number one priority. Number 2 is the weapons that you carry and the armor you use. Your armor you use is going to be special and unique to your build. So, Trash or Panda, you are a bloody build, so you can either go Cavaliers Sentinels, Bolstering Sentinels, or Unyielding Sentinels. It depends on what you want to tank. Now, if you want to tank energy damage, I would mostly go Bolstering. Me, since, you know, I like to carry stuff, I'm kind of a hoarder, I have to use Unyielding. I'm hoarder with my ammo. Like, I have ungodly amount of ammo.
Okay.
I have 60k 556 on me just for PvP. That's just my main. I haven't spread out across my other characters. But still, you need, for your weapon, you always need a secondary. Now, all PvPs are not going to be fair, so like you will also need to carry a Tesla with you as well. I would say, depending on your build, I would go quad, either quad or bloodied, because like I said, when you PvP, not all PvP fight, you actually need to learn how to use your Tesla. When you're using your Tesla, you do not, well, we'll go through that later. Let's not get ahead. Alright, so let's get started. I talked about your weapons, your build, and stuff like that. Especially if you have a legacy, you always want a secondary just in case, because you don't want to depend on a legacy, because some legacies are duped and they will break faster than others. No matter how many times you repair it, it's going to break faster than usual. So you need a secondary weapon. For example, I have a handmade, a railway, another legacy, and just a bunch of other weapons that I use for PvP. So you want to find something that goes with your build as your secondary. You need something that doesn't break, something you can heavily rely on just in case if your laser rifle breaks. Now,
Okay.
it's time to begin. Alright. Are you ready for this excruciating pain?
Am I actually going to be PvPing you?
Yes, you are. Because you won't learn unless... Oh, hold on. You won't learn unless you put through the exact situation. So, I will be using my handmade this entire time. Alright? Now, I want to see how you PvP before we fully get started. I want to see how you do things, so I can see what we need to work on and stuff. But usually, lesson number 1 is stealth. You always want to crouch, because a lot of people, if you're not crouching, they will VATS you. And I say a lot because everyone does. So, oh, Alpha's messaging me.
Do you know any good places to grind XP to get my build proper?
Actually, I will tell you this after I get through this PvP training video, because I do have a little something that we're gonna do. It's technically illegal, but you know, we're gonna have to do that in an online server anyways. Alright, so lesson 1 is stealth. You always want to stay crouched at all times. You can move while crouched, you can do anything while crouched. Stealth boys, whatever, you just do not let me VATS you. Alright, so go ahead and I cannot hit you. Hold on. Follow me. There's a river somewhere around here. Alright. So we're gonna be red, and I'm going to see how you PvP. What's your counter and stuff like that.
Okay, so we're actually gonna PvP.
Yes. But I will be using my handmade.
I don't exactly have anything that I can use that's too great at the moment.
It's, like I said, anything. Now, anime, if you are watching, you are allowed to join, because you still need to go through, we're gonna go through everything again, as well. So, just whenever you're ready, you can. Alright, hit me.
Possibly using 44 or 45 ammo.
I don't. I dropped. Oh, actually, yeah, dude. Don't let me lie to you. I have 35. Not enough to PvP, but that's what I have.
I've got 0 right now. I don't think I came prepared.
You always want to be prepared for PvP. You always want to carry over at least 10k of ammo of the weapons you use. Unless you're like me, a hoarder, I'm carrying 60k of 556, 25k of fusion cells, 1,000 railway spikes. I come prepared. Alright, hit me whenever you're ready.
Alright, is there a stash box around?
That's fine. Now, like I said, you always want to be stealthy, because a lot of people use VATS, and I will tell you this: everyone uses VATS. Everyone. Don't let them lie to you and say, oh. Now, there is some people with legacies who can free aim, which is, I am one of those who can free aim you out of the sky and stuff like that. But if you have a handmade or a railway or something like that, they will VATS you the moment you stand up. That's why when I go through PvP training, that's your very first lesson, because that was my very first lesson. When I very first started PvPing, I didn't crouch. I pushed, and I got VATS'd every time. So, I finally mastered, stay crouched when I'm running around and stuff like that. Now, once I pop a stealth boy, you wanna do double. Just if you have duped stealth boys, you want to pop double just in case, because the game is kind of messed up right now. So if you pop one, because you may be invisible, but you may not, you know. So you want to pop another one just in case, because a friend of mine found out because I vatsed him and he was the stealth boy. Yes, you can vats people through stealth boy, but you have to have high enough charisma. But on my screen, he wasn't in stealth boy. There was no stealth field around him. I just vatsed him and tabbed. So, all right, you ready?
I guess I don't exactly have a lot of 45 ammo, but I guess I'll make
Actually,
do.
let me check my stash just in case, because I might be hiding some somewhere and I don't even know. Oh, I do. Okay, I want to drop you 2K. I have 41,000 in my dupe diffusion core. For some reason, my stash box likes to dupe stuff. I remove it, and then it gives it back to me. I don't know why. So, you know, I have unlimited fusion cores if anybody wants any. Alright, there you are. Now, I won't be using my jetpack, like I said, because we're doing a beginner PvP. I want to see how well you fight against me. I want to see how well you counter. Alright, now, go to the other side of Fosnot. And I will start here, and then once you will throw up your emoji when you're ready, and once your emoji disappears, then that's when we'll start.
Like, by the other side of Fosnot, you mean like all the way at the end of the road?
Yeah, just the end of the road. Down there. Alright. We are waiting. Oh, and if you enter Falls Knot, go ahead and leave the event. Alright, it just made me white. I'm leaving the event. Alright, let me make sure you're still red. Yeah, okay, yeah, you are. Alright, that should be good enough. Throw up your emote whenever you're ready. Get in a good position. Now, I'm going to allow everything. So what I want you to do is I want you to beat me. But in this lesson, we're gonna now. Here's where the rough part gets. All right. If I vats you, you start over. All right. After I see you PvP, we're gonna do your stealth lesson. And what I mean by that is, you're gonna run around this entire Fosnot town. I don't know what it's called, Helvetia. Yeah, Helvetia. You're gonna run around it at least 5 times, and if I vats you, you start over. We will be doing this for hours upon hours until you get it. All right.
Okay.
All right. Throw up that emote. All right. You may begin. Come attack me whenever you're ready. Now, I want to see your strategy here. I basically treat me as an enemy. Treat me as a threat. I'm here to take your caps. Raider Cave is here to take everything you own. And I want to see you defend yourself.
File not found would make a good decoration for as you don't.
Now, as you're PvPing, I'm gonna go ahead and teach you while PvPing me. Alright, so always keep an eye on your minimap or your compass. Always keep an eye on it, because even if you don't see anybody, go ahead and do a complete 360, and you want to find that red dot. The moment you find that red dot, it's going to tell you where I'm at, where I'm coming from.
Okay. I got out of,
Yeah, I was actually vatsing you through this roof here. So, you do not need to stand up. Always stay crouched. You can jump while you're crouched, and I still can't vats you.
Messy, but there is
Now, I'm gonna go ahead and give
like
you a little
a
hint on my build.
Ashnock
When I jump,
sausage.
my sentinels does not work when I'm coming down. So, if you want a great time, know a great time to strike is when I'm falling. Don't shoot me as I'm going up. Shoot me as I'm falling. Now, for example, I've already see you. I could already be shooting you with my legacy. So, you want to make sure. I'll give you your caps back, by the way. I want to make sure. I want you to know, basically, is I don't want to see you. I want you to actually sneak up on me.
Type of intestines for the sausage
Okay.
making. Bad luck
Because once
for
I see
them.
you, I'm already going to be shooting you on your way down. So always keep an eye on that minimap, dude. 360. You set up a perfect strategy. Force me out of my spot, because as of right now, I have the high ground, and having the high ground gives your opponent a great advantage to basically do a complete 360 to find that red dot. You want to force me out of my position by either waiting on your opponent, or if you're brave enough, you can come charge me. But some people, because it works most of the time, especially you. All right, so I want you to, is your laser rifle broken?
Chop them up.
Yes, it is.
Grind them up.
All right,
Stuff
what do you
them
need to repair it?
into the intestine.
So I was
I
gonna
don't
say, I
know.
want you to use your legacy on me, because it's gonna be your main. So you need some basically target practice with that thing.
Okay.
Now, me using my handmade is actually not good, because I suck with handmade. I need practice with this thing. Good, good. I didn't even see you. Keep yourself hidden and keep that red dot from my map. Now, when you shoot me, move to a new spot. Do you have a chameleon piece on you?
Doesn't matter how it
No, I don't have a
looks,
chameleon piece on me right now at the moment.
only
All right,
how
we'll
it
get your armor
tastes.
proper. So as of right now, you'll need a chameleon piece. So when you shoot, you want to always stay behind. As of right now, you shoot me, I'm already moving backwards. Like I am ducking behind this building. What you want to do is get me from this rooftop. Because as of right now, I have the high ground. And with my legacy, I could... Oh. Whoops.
Wow.
That was a free aim. But, yeah, as of right now, you want to get me from this rooftop. Because
We
I own this
use
rooftop.
local meat
This is
products
mine.
for our
So,
sausage.
what you can
No
do
fancy
is
imported
basically
stuff
force me to
here.
move by waiting. Waiting, or have a strategy to either knock me off this roof, or force me to charge you. Or, if you're brave enough, if you have your legacy, or your Tesla, charge.
If I had a stealth boy on me, I don't know if I've got any stealth boys. No, I don't. I would say if I had a stealth boy with my Tesla, I would charge.
Alright, we'll do one more.
Intestines may
Good,
look
good.
like
I don't even
much,
see you.
But they hold the whole thing together. No intestines.
Yeah, that is
sausage
perfect,
stick.
perfect. Perfect. Hiding from my minimap, staying undercover, and I don't even see you.
Array decorations.
Now, what you're basically doing is, and I know this is a teaching lesson, but you're actually forcing me to move to come find you. I'm looking for that red dot. Because I'm technically not paying attention to my character. I'm just running around looking for a red dot.
Tipping candles is an old
And if I don't see that
tradition.
red dot,
The
it's basically, you basically have an advantage on me. You can take the high ground and keep me from it. Now you can always you can always camp on a mountain, you can always sit on a building. Basically you have an advantage over me. You have yourself hidden from my minimap, and I do not see you. Good. Good. Oh, you almost got me. I don't see you. This is perfect. Yeah, this is... You're a fast learner. There you go. That was perfect. Perfect. Now you get the hang of it. That was perfect. Alright. When you spawn in, meet me back at Helvetia. Time for step 2. Step 1, stealth. Keep yourself hidden. What you did was perfect. Because if you had the proper gear and a proper build, you would have knocked me. And I tell you that right now, you would have had me in your hand, and you could have overthrown the high ground and basically forced me to come after you.
Okay.
Alright. Lesson number 2. Lesson number 2 is kind of an odd one, because your main thing is your stealth. Lesson number 2 is a strategy. Now, you must never underestimate your opponent. Even though he may be a lower level, that lower level could also be built as a PvP build. A long time ago, when I was in the process of training, my mentor got on his low level character and actually kicked my ass, and it was a level 50 versus my level 100. So, you can the builds are your main thing. The main thing is always having a great build. So, what you want is basically to set up a strategy and go with it. So, stealth, it looks like you're great at being stealth. So, what I basically want you to do is have a chameleon piece. Once you have your chameleon piece, actually, you know what? Come with me. I'll have one. I want you to put that on, and then I want you to test it out and try it out. You can always take it off when you want to. It's not a great chameleon piece, but it's the one I used to carry with my unyielding stuff. That's why I got the radical mask, was to add the extra unyielding to the one I lost.
Until I took the stars off the radical mask, which...
So I'm running with Stealth Boys. Now, try this on and give it a whirl. Alright. And crouch. There you go. There you go. Now, that's also going to help yourself. Go try again. And this time, lesson number 2 is strategy. I'm going to go stand on top of this building. I want you to get me off this building, no matter how you do it. No matter if you kill me or do what you did last time, force me to move. Now we're going to step it up a notch, and I'm going to swap to my Furious Explosive. Or he's seen you.
I have the, I couldn't see where you're at. I have the, I don't know if you know what glitch I'm talking about, where everything becomes blurry behind, what you're looking at.
Yeah, go ahead and stem up. It should fix it. I must have crippled your head.
Is my head crippled? No, it's not. I stemmed and...
There you go. Yup. Crouch. Always stay crouched. Now, even though I can see you, I can't VAT you. So I'm gonna have to actually free aim.
Alright. Hopefully that's fixed.
Now, when you spawn back, I have no idea where you're gonna be at. So this gives you an advantage, so you can set up a strategy while using your stealth. Since you're gonna be a bloody build, you're gonna be my exact build without the junkies.
The town is abuzz with activity.
So,
The honey house.
what I want you to do is basically just watch what I do from now on. When I PvP, I'm gonna message you so you can come watch and learn what we do. And once you're done with these lessons, always keep these lessons in mind. These lessons are to help you better yourself in defense or attacking. As of right now, I'm teaching you how to basically attack. This is going to be your attacking. Your defense is going to be your stealth. I want to take my high ground position. Good, good. I don't see you. Oh, I hit something. Oh, what is that? Yeah, since you have Chameleon, when you shoot me and you get my attention, move spots. So if I shoot that exact area, you won't be there. So if you do get shot, move. If you shoot me, move. You don't always want to stay behind the same spot because I can always move to a new location and assume the high ground position again. So good, good, good. You had it. The strategy worked. Because as of right now, you actually forced me to a new spot. Which is perfect. Forcing me to move is basically going to be your greatest strategy because, like I said, I have sentinels. And when I'm wearing sentinels, me standing still is basically going to be your worst enemy. You always want to keep me moving. You always want to keep me from my spot. Because what I like to do is either, hold on, 1 second. I forgot to do something. Whoops, what's the... 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. There it is.
So are we still doing the same lesson, or are we doing another one after this?
This is gonna be the same lesson. Like I said, we're gonna do it twice. You got your stealth right twice. You actually enabled your stealth here too, so you're comprehending lesson 1 and adding it to lesson 2, which actually lesson 2 is your main strategy is to keep me moving and to keep me from having the high ground. Once I have the high ground, oh,
Let me get on top of this building.
Alright. Alright. Lesson 2 is strategy. Lesson 1 is stealth. Lesson 3 is to kick my ass. It's only three easy steps, but I say it's easy, but it's actually excruciating hard. You want to basically keep in mind of who you're fighting. So let's break it down here. If I'm you, and I picked a challenge with Caveman. So I'm Panda. I challenge Caveman to a 1v1. Now, you never underestimate your opponent. Even though he may seems like a food build, like I said, I'm the god of food builds here. You can ask Nut and everybody else. No, I'm joking. But it is funny. They do call me food build, but you know, fuck them. So, anyways, you picked a fight with Captain Caveman 101. You're going to never underestimate him because he may be a low level, but he may be a straight up PvP build. And that's what most low levels are when they get started. They swap, or most high levels swap, create a PvP build built just for PvP only.
Yeah, I've been killed by level 70s before.
Oh yeah.
Because that's usually when they get their build finished.
Level 50s when they hit the halfway mark. Level 70s when they fully completed it. Because as soon as they hit level 50, they get all their armor and weapons. Level 70 is when they fix up their perk cards. Alright, now this time we're going to step it up. We're going to, instead of doing it slowly, we're actually going to speed this up. So your main strategy is to kill me now. You picked a fight with Captain Caveman 101, so I need to strategize on what I'm going to do. Use your stealth to your advantage. Force me to keep moving. And always assume a higher position. If not, then find a way to get me out of it.
So can I use a Tesla?
You may use a Tesla. But be warned, I will fight back with a Tesla as well. Now, after this lesson, I will teach you how to use a Tesla, because a lot of people don't know how to use a Tesla properly. And it took me a while to finally get a handle. I'm not a professional at it, but I'll still whoop some people's ass with a Tesla. It took me a while to grasp and understand how to use one, because once again, I was forced to use one by my mentor, who taught me how to PvP. So your main goal is to beat me right now. We'll go first one to 5. Even though your build is not set up proper, but you can still comprehend the lessons that was taught. Have VATS. You always want to stay crouched.
Yep.
Now, I'm not using my blooded explosive, but I am using my furious explosive. I'm swapping between my handmade and my explosive. Is that my furious explosive? Yeah, okay. My dragon's breath is still, there. Alright, so did you see what I did there?
Not exactly. I didn't.
I bounced it. Alright, so when you fight with a Tesla, since we're finished with our lessons, when you fight with a Tesla, you never want to directly shoot it at somebody. You don't want to directly just aim. What you want is you want to make an arc. You want to bounce it off of something.
Yeah,
It depends on who I'm fighting. I will either bounce it off the roof, bounce it off signs, cars, trees, flags, balloons. I will literally arc it, and I use sometimes if you're watching my PvP videos, I will literally just like whip it. Like when I'm shooting you, I would whip. So basically, it'll bounce off trees, church, this building over here, that telephone pole, that sign. What I did to you was I bounced it off this road sign here. Once I bounced it, it hit you. You do the most. You do the most damage while arcing when it bounces off something. You do the actual weapon's damage. If you shoot it directly at somebody, you're basically tickling them with it. Some people will go down because they're not built to tank a Tesla, but my character is built to tank a Tesla. So what you want is to arc it. So when you're here, come to Helvetia again. Here's what we're gonna do. All right, stay right there. All right, stay right there. I'm gonna come over here. Alright, what I want you to do is directly, no nothing, directly run towards, look straight down and shoot. Like where, as soon as we get close to each other, look straight down and shoot. See what I did? Was I looked straight down and I bounced it straight up.
Yep. Yo, Peyton, chill out, chill out.
Alright, so what we're gonna do is, we're gonna do the same thing. Do the same thing. Now, since I don't know your position, you're gonna have to run towards me, and you're gonna hit me by surprise. Alright. You see how I bounced it off that building?
I seen that.
I couldn't revive you. I don't have any stems.
Yeah.
Yeah, this video is not supposed to be watched. You can if you want to. This is just a PvP training video. I send it out to other people. But when I'm actually PvPing, I get over 30, 40, 50. It doesn't matter who's watching. This right here is just for those who want to learn how to PvP. Good, good. Alright, good. Good. What did you see what you did?
Yes, I bounced it off the,
Yeah.
No, we're not trading. Yo, Peyton, I'm gonna mute you for just a second. I'm doing something right now.
Now you have killed me, and you have to basically defend that town. And use your Teslas. We're doing Teslas only now. Because learning how to use a Tesla is basically going to save you from the most cheesiest PvP. And I'll also throw in the perks to make your Tesla arc at a longer distance too. Good. Just make sure to always arc it off of something. Since I was in air, what I would have done was arced it off this building right here. Had to mute him. Alright.
Oh, you just muted him?
Yeah.
You should have muted him when you first joined the party. That's one of my friends that I know. He's just like that sometimes.
Good, good. Keep doing it. Now. Good. Good. Keep arcing it. There you go. There you go.
I killed something else for a minute and I was confused.
Alright, so those are your lessons. Those are your PvP lessons. You learn how to use a Tesla, just make sure you keep arcing it. And stealth, strategy. And those are the main points of PvP. Once we get your build and your weapons, we'll constantly do PvP. You have to at least do 1 PvP a day. By the way, I've already seen you. Always want to continue PvP because you have to find somebody. You never find somebody who's weaker than you because you need to fight somebody who's stronger than you. Fighting me is actually going to make you stronger, and I can prove it by a friend of mine who is not wanting to join, or he's not on right now, but he has actually gotten pretty strong. He actually forces me to go to bomb color every time I fight him. So now I'm gonna explain a little bit about my build. Like I said, I'm a hybrid mixed of bloodies and junkies. I have 3 levels of my PvP style. I'm so advanced that I actually have to separate. So the PvP style I'm fighting with right now is my regular. My bomb color is when I force myself to do more damage but become less tanky. The more damage I do, the less tankier I am. Now, when I do my Caveman Rampage mode, is when I go full health, and I become even more tankier.
Are we still PvPing or what are we doing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. Ran out of AP. Good. Alright, I'm gonna spawn on white, because I can...
Oh,
it wouldn't let
did
me.
you just blocked me?
It did?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Let me unblock you.
Because it's not allowed in the private world right now.
Whoops. Well, that concludes your PvP. Once we get your build set up and get you constantly PvPing, then you get used to it. And the more PvP you do, the better. Said I've been PvPing for a while, so I'm used to charging in, clapping everybody, and walking out. Now sometimes it's different. Sometimes I'll walk in, get clapped, have to switch builds, and then start clapping back. That's when I said, oh, somebody needs daddy's belt, and that's when I whooped out. That's what I did yesterday with that 1v8. The moment I got serious is when those dudes showed up thinking they're all big and bad, and then I whipped out my belt, and they got clapped. So, thus concludes our PvP training.